Is it working? Yeah, there we go. Hey. Hi
Hi.
guys. I've seen so much nice messages
Hello.
going by. Um, Thank you guys so much. I saw Cynthia wrote she loves Danielle's classes, and that like gave me my boost that I needed to
Oh,
jump in
nice.
here.
That's so sweet to hear. That's definitely
Yeah,
encouraging, right? I mean, we do need that
yeah,
sometimes.
we do. Because sometimes like I get nervous teaching lately. It's well, because I also do stuff like this to myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's try to
I
do
love
3 in 1. If I have to do a separate one, like because I'm going too fast through one of them, that's okay. We'll do another one. So but I just wanted to throw all the PDFs up on the website for starters, just to let you guys know they're there. All 3 of them are ready for you. So we started out with a herringbone, and then I shared the peyote, and then we had this basket weave thing that happened just kind of by accident because I was trying to do something different, and this happened. And so there it is. Bonus points if you can guess what I was trying to do when I ended up with the basket one.
it.
It was kind of abstract, but it came out so fun. Here's a little like
Oh my gosh, it
close-up
looks so
peek.
good.
So that is kind of a happy discovery that I could also use brick beads.
Mm.
Sometimes I know the gemstone half tilas they're clearly the loved favorite, but I'm down to just 2 colors almost. Here's what I have left from our haul in Tucson. And it, guys,
Oh,
Carol found these. These were her find. I'll show you closer up on the map, but I have lots left of red jasper and the malachite.
that
But
looks so pretty. I
do you like
love
that?
that. Yeah, I love the mix.
It came out so good, but I wanted to at least say, like, hey, all these things could work with another bead because I don't know how to get more of these.
I know. Those were such a great find.
They were, and remember we were carrying them around and we were just like laying them over our arms.
Yes. And do you remember that we were kind of like hesitant at first? Like we were like,
Mhm.
ah, should we take this or not? And I think they were a hit.
Yeah, they were the biggest spend of the show for me
Hmm.
because I bought the whole hank. Because the thing is, the sellers want you to take the whole thing because they don't want to fly their stuff back home. They or ship it. I don't think they're flying it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They don't want to go back with what they paid to ship out there, and
Hmm.
so um, but clearly you guys liked these colors the most, and that's what I
Those are
got
very
left.
sweet, sweet colors.
They were really nice. They were. So I got to figure out how to get more of these, um, and I am in the process of trying to figure that out. Meanwhile, those are there, and the brick beads. The brick beads are cool because they came up really nice. So I wonder if I could also just maybe add some more of those colors.
I was gonna ask you about those because I saw the colors are really nice, perfect for
Like them?
spring. And I didn't know if they were half tilas or if they were brick. So you just mentioned that they are brick. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they're brick, but you just totally like I don't know why I didn't think of this, but we could just get a bunch of half tilas.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought they were at first.
Yeah, no, they're so
Um,
the brick are a little bigger. Like they're kind of like, especially if you look at them from a side view, they're a different bead completely,
mhm,
but they
mhm.
are a really fun bead.
Yeah, they're a little chunkier.
Yeah,
Those colors are fun.
yeah, they're fun. There's those like saturation colors that you see in a lot of the other like beads, such as super duos and mini and gem duos. They tend to have those same color variations. There's some fire polish out there that are in these colors, so we could go pretty crazy making different things like that. I had a necklace idea where they kind of group together and then they're spaced by fire polish that matches them in contrast with little loops of seed beads going
Oh,
on.
nice.
So we could have a lot of fun. Oh, thanks, Wendy. I'm glad you like them. Yeah, the tutorials, those are all on my website, ready to download. If you're looking for them, there's a link in the description, and I'll pop a link up here in the chat. If you guys want to just send some good vibes over to Colleen today, she's having
Oh,
some really serious weather.
oh no.
She was in and out of power when we last talked, so and she was looking to like not be at home because she has a lot of trees. So usually
Oh,
they take the cats and the dogs and they go somewhere for a bit until the wind stops.
oh, geez.
So we don't have our Colleen today, but positive thoughts for weather for her. And so here's the link to the Half Tila project. So just put that right there in the chat for you guys. And what you'll find there is big pictures of all of the designs up close. So you can see like the little details, and then you'll see each of these PDFs. And so like, if you're looking to start with the easiest one, I think the easiest one is this one. And I feel like this is similar to what you did, Carol, with yours.
Let me see what mine is.
Because you did a peyote too, right?
I did. So mine is right here.
Yeah, so we're doing the same thing here. You're doing it with single drop and I'm doing it with 2-drop.
Oh, is that what it is? I guess so.
I'll be curious to see, like when you see this, I'll show how we start and finish this one. I'll be curious to see if it's the same way you did your single drop, which is kind of just to give you a sneak preview. It's like that. Did you go through the whole thing? Because they wobble.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think that's probably what you did, but I'm just guessing, but you can jump in and tell me.
Yeah, no, that's what I did, because at first I remember it's a little like all over the place, but then all the beads get in place, which is pretty cool to just see how that happens.
Yeah. I love the border you did on that too. That is really cool.
I was gonna say that in having the border, that also kind of reinforces the whole bracelet.
Yeah, that is so nice.
Yeah, thank you.
I also really love how you combine the three. You did the Imperial Jasper and the red rhodonite with the red. It's a neat combo. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, so everyone's saying they love that.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, sorry, I meant to click on this one. And glad you made it, Carolyn. Yeah, I think there's a lot of lives today. So thanks for being here with us, because I was trying to tune into the earlier one of Nile. I think Jennifer and Nile were on together earlier. And I know there's another one tonight. And then Leslie's going to be going on. And I can't remember if hers is tonight or tomorrow night at 5 p.m. my time. So I just need to double check that and drop you guys a link for that at the end. It's in my community and the post too, if you're looking for it. But it's Leslie's doing her first live on her channel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool? So I'm hoping maybe we'll do some collabs, with her channel coming up here in the future. She's got a lot of fun stuff planned. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of her ideas. So what do you think? Should we dive in?
Yes. Show us how you made
do the peyote one first. I'll switch my camera quick and show you guys what I got on the mat. And you can see a little better view of each of these little designs.
Oh, look at that collection.
Do you like them?
Yes.
So fun.
Oh, they are so cool. The top one is the first one that you made, right?
Yeah, this was just herringbone. Now I had done tila herringbone before, and it is really nothing to it. There's only one trick you need to know to do this whole thing. And if you already do herringbone stitch and you've done some of our other tutorials for herringbone, one little secret and you've got the whole thing like already. And so I'll give you a quick heads up on what that is. So, you do your laddered row, you do your first normal row of herringbone, then you add the tila, again, still doing the normal herringbone thing. But then when you add the first row of regular seed beads on top of the tila row, dive down an extra row.
Oh, for a structure?
For thread gapping, because what I had happen to me was after I added the row of tilas, when I tried to, like, for example, if you went down through a bead, went through the tila, and then jumped over through the next tila and came up, which is what you would do if it was a bead.
Right.
The thread very prominently showed.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's smart.
It was really distracting. Like, you would not be able to not see that thread. It was really jumping. Because see, there's a gap in between them.
Yeah.
If you just go down one more, it solves it completely. This also would work for full-size tila. I believe it would work with like even the quarter tilas. The thing I have not tried yet is I haven't tried the brick. The brick are wider. I think they might be a problem. So I don't know if the herringbone will work with brick. See how much like kind of thinner those are.
Yes, you're right.
That said, I hadn't tried it yet. So, but I know they work with the half tila and the full tila and the quarter tila. And then of course the basket one, that one's a little more involved, but it's not hard. It just has some
Absolutely.
interesting thread pathing happening.
Mhm. Yeah, the weaving is so nice.
And what color? Fireline. Thanks. Let's see. Fireline for all of these was probably crystal with the exception of this one. This one I went with smoke just because I figured this is the one I'm going to end up demoing finishing on. So just match your thread color to the side bead color. And in this case, that was crystal. Got crystal going on here. Looks like I did do crystal on that one as well. But you could probably have done a darker color on this one. And this one again, crystal.
It wasn't the wildfire.
In this case, I went with Fireline, but I think you could use Wildfire.
I find wildfire a little thicker than Fireline.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Yes.
100% true that it is. And you can even see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a thicker thread, which could be what you're going for in certain cases. So kind of helpful.
Sure. Yes.
But yeah, so I'm going to grab some smoke Fireline so that I can show you guys the starting of the peyote one. And then
Danielle,
maybe
make the screen like full what you're showing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I just forgot to do it. There we go. And so with each of these tutorials, guys, the amount of thread you cut is pretty much kind of the same thing. It's like go for a wingspan that's comfortable for you. Leave about a 15-inch tail to become the closure or to help you secure the closure later. So what I usually do is I'll cut a wingspan and then I'll add another 15 inches to that wingspan and leave that 15 inches behind as a tail. And on most of these, you're going to end up adding thread, especially on these two. But even on one of these, I ended up adding thread as well. It depends how much you're comfortable working with. It can kind of be a lot sometimes. And I grab a new needle here.
When you one quick question. When you had to add thread, how did you do that?
It's a little different for each one, but the basic premise is the same. It's you leave your old working thread in place and then bring in a new strand and follow the existing thread path and keep doing that until the tail does not move anymore when you pull on the working side. Once you aim for the spot where you left your working thread, the old one, and then just pick up from there. And then I usually work quite a ways away from that and I leave my tails hanging and then I'll come along and weave those in at the end. That's a habit from looming, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But at least complete a few more rows, before you weave in, because that way you can weave in the old thread up into the new rows and you won't have like an area where you have a lot of traffic going through the same spot, which on things like herringbone really affects the flowy.
Yeah, no, that's a good tip.
So I'll just go ahead and move these for now. But so starting with the peyote one, this one is really, really simple. And you can work with any two colors. I'm inspired to try the colorway you had going.
Oh, okay.
You had these two, and I thought that was a great combo. And then I'm really low on the other one, the Imperial. So I'm going to skip that one. But I don't even remember where we got that because we were running around so many places that I need to go through my receipts and see if I had a color.
It was the same place. I don't know if maybe she didn't pull them out the first day we were there, or maybe she pulled them later. I don't know, but yeah, we got them from the same booth.
Same booth. We'll have to brainstorm after this and see if any chance if it's somebody I can, because sometimes they're not in the US, a lot of the vendors travel to Tucson and they have shipped everything in advance. So it's really grab it while it's there kind of an environment where you're just going kind of crazy. It's really wild. But it was so fun. It was so fun.
Oh my God.
So I forgot to tell you guys about this finding. This is optional. You don't have to have this, but I had a bunch of them. And so I threw them in the shop and they really do a nice job starting the work. Right. Just like that. But if you didn't have one of these, no problem. You can substitute 11-0 seed beads in place of the finding and then just work an edge from that. Like if you put 4 here, and you wouldn't even need to do this top row because that's just to secure the finding. You could just put 4 seed beads here and then come up with some other way of securing it. Another thing that would work here. Do you remember the one that was like the Soros size, the like half one?
Oh, the half one, yes.
That might fit here too. So that's something else you could try. But this finding was really fun.
And that finding has the holes, yeah, through. Okay, I
It's
see it.
basically a replacement for a whole regular tila.
Mm-hmm.
And so it ends up being a really secure, sturdy, stitched in
Nice.
finish on that. And I really love it in the rose gold. But if you guys really like this, I'll get it in the other colors.
Yeah, I think you should because that's the perfect finish.
It is really a fun one. Other places might have it. It's called, there's the name of it. It's on the, so you can just do like a Google search.
Mm-hmm.
So one that is in that family of symbols up there that are so fun to work with. Oh, and so let me get some 11O seed beads. Get some of those. And this is just one way you can start. Like there's so many ways you can begin these designs. But what I did is I started with the 2. So just string 2. And then I strung the finding and 2 more. And at this point, you don't have to worry about which holes. And again, leaving that 15-inch tail. And then if you want to kind of position them like that and pick up 4 seed beads. If you're working with Toho, you might prefer the look of 3 in place of the 4. The Toho seed beads tend to be a little bit wider. But these are Miyuki seed beads that I'm working with. And so I picked up 4 and I went through the finding. And see how it's pretty wonky right now, but it's going to get better in just a minute here. Here's 4 more. And then here, just make a turn and go back through everything. So go back through all of the tila and the finding. So you should be able to get through the whole fixture just like that. And then when you tighten that, you'll have this. And that's how easy it is to start.
Nice.
That's exactly how I did both of these samples. And now it's all going to tighten up and get even better as we work more rows. And then later you just take this tail thread and we'll reinforce all of this and weave in. So for now, don't worry about reinforcing that connection unless you want to, because it can be reinforced as part of weaving in your tail later. So I'm going to make a turn and go through the second set of holes there. Oh, I'm so glad, Lori. Yeah, Deborah says she likes the silver. Yeah, if I can get the silver in, I will. I want to try to get another set of like Tilas in. If I'm going to feature the findings, I feel like I need to find more of these beads. I'm so low on them. You know what? I'm kicking myself. I wish we had bought the I wish we'd bought the tiger's eye.
Oh my gosh, the tiger's eye, yeah.
They didn't do that. Should we have gotten it, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Well, we know what to do for next year.
It's going to be hard to rein me in next year. So see how easy? So we just pop those 2 in there. And then keep in mind, you could do this with singles. And you would just change the count of those 11O. Change those down to 2. The only reason I did 4 was I was just matching the width of this finding. Not 4, but the, 2, 2, 2. So starting a new row, you've got these 2. Go through the second hole of the center one. And then you'll pick up 2 more. And now we're going to turn and head through the whole row. And you'll find this is actually really easy to do. Just get through all of that row. And then turn and head back through the whole row again, the next row. And this is just stabilizing everything. Oh, yay, Sandra says she got hers today.
Oh,
and yes, one strand, I see Cynthia's question. I'm going to pop that up on the screen. One strand of each color will more than do it. Especially in this one here, because this one you're using 2 colors. So you'll whatever one you use as your outside is going to use the most, and then your inside color is going to use a lot less of it. But like from one strand, I've still got this much left, and I did that plus used some here, and I've only ever consumed one strand. So I'm doing really well on the green in that case. Yeah, and Vaughn's asking, can we get more Tilas? And I am trying. If I can't get the Gemstone ones, do you guys want to do some more mixes? We did some really lovely Tila mixes together once. You did that with me, right, Carol? I think that was something we did.
Did we do a Tila mix? Maybe
I
we
might have
did.
done it and just sent it.
Or maybe
I can't remember.
to be honest. But I'm really hoping that maybe you can find your receipt from when we bought these ones. And hopefully the lady is in the US. That will be so great.
Yeah, or even if I can find her on like Facebook or something and just like pay the tariff. Come in.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the entire process here.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is very similar to how I made my bracelet.
So you went through the whole thing, and I find that really helps. Like you could make a turn. This is this is odd count, right? If you look at it just on the surface, what you see is a 3 beads per row odd count peyote. And normally with an odd count, you would add the new bead and make that turn. But I think just going through the whole thing really stabilizes it. And I love it. So that is all you got to do. And keep going like that. You'll get a full length one. And you want to end with one of the steps where you've got the 2 sides and then empty in the center. And so I'm going to pop this one with a needle here. And you'll probably be exiting from like the second hole or the first hole. So you just want to jump up to the second one. And pick up the finding, go through the first hole. So that's the one that's furthest away from the loop. Go through the second hole of the next set. And there you go. You could end there if you wanted to, but if you want to make it pretty and add the seed beads, Miyuki rounds, these are Rakais, you want to go with 4. Toho, try 3. Here's 4 more. Back through. And there you go. That's it. So that is by far the easiest one of the 3. And then just to kind of weave that all in, you could probably get through all those beads again. Just tighten that up.
Such a clean finish.
It's really nice. These findings honestly are my favorite thing on the planet when it comes to bead stuff. Like I really think they're awesome. And there it is, just weaving in. Weaving in, you can do some funny stuff, like you can exit from a random spot like that. And then make a turn back through the work. But you guys get the idea. And there you are. Super easy. I'll take that one apart later or finish that one. So while I've got these out, I don't think I need the 11 O's for a minute. So I'm going to get rid of the 11 O's. And use any colors that you like. There were so many colors I found that worked really nicely with these designs. I'm going to need to switch to some 8 O's though.
Okay.
What do you think? Should we do the herringbone next?
Yes, the herringbone.
Herringbone's super easy. And if you guys feel like you already know the herringbone, just give me a shout in the chat, because this is one that we've done a lot together. And it's super repetitious until you just get to that one spot. But I was thinking I would do one with less columns. So the general rule of thumb, if you're going to work with these 2 hole beads, is you need to have, at least 2, and that works with herringbone even count. So you could do a 6 start, an 8 start, even a 2 start would work fine. And what I mean by that is, let me show you the instructions. So this is 4 columns, which is an 8 bead start. And that's how this one was made.
Mm.
But there's no reason you have to do that many. You could always do just a 2 column, right? You could do that and you would just have only 3 tilas. This would be 2 tilas. And in this case, this was 4 tilas. And I thought that was a cool balance. You know, it's a nice cuff size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so pretty.
Really fun. And I used every color. And I did a kind of weird pattern of 3-4-3-4.
But I think that's the pattern that you follow or that you did is really, it's perfect for the.
You like it?
Yes.
I had fun with it. It started freestyle and then I started drifting into a where I had to give it some kind of like something I could repeat. Get a few more of these. And so the ladder stitching, you just do 4, leave that 15-inch tail, head back through the first 2. Whoop. My bead mat caught that. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. And I'll head up through the second ones again. I'm just going to tighten this really quick. So this is just your basic ladder stitch, the kind you do for the start of a lot of different kinds of projects. And I was recently checking out, there's a book by Carol Cyber that has a peyote start for herringbone. Isn't that wild? Like, I don't know if I can teach it because it's her content, but like, I think that's a really cool idea. And it would save you ladder stitching to start your herringbone. You have that book, Carol?
That's pretty cool.
I want to show it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to show somebody's book on a video. Like I could show the cover, but I don't know if I can.
A peyote with how many beads?
Well, so it's a 2 bead stack, right? But what she does is she's just creating single column peyote row. And then from there, she leaves the wider end as the base where the clasp will come out, or you could flip it and have the wider end be the one you work herringbone off of. It just both options would work. Yeah, both of them look really, really cool.
I think that's similar to how I started the one of the earrings that we did with the Christmas mix, or no, the celebration mix.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I started in the middle of the earring, and it was with like a peyote with just two rows of beads.
Oh, we got to revisit that.
Yeah, we should.
I have a list of things that I want to do again, like to recycle from one of our like earlier mix, like, project sets. That there's so many cute ones. We just got to bring those back. So many cute ideas. And I had no idea that you had done that already. So that was really cool.
It was, yeah. I think I saw it somewhere. But it wasn't from the lady that you're mentioning.
Yeah, no, this one, let me show you really quick where I found it. So it's called Mastering Beadwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's off loom. And so I actually picked this book up many years ago when I had been mostly looming and hadn't done a whole lot of other kinds of beadwork. And this goes way back. We're talking like, oh my gosh, I can't remember, but it was game changer. Like kind of, I still go to this book for ideas. All these years later, I still go to it. So nice. If you don't already have a copy of that, I have a Christmas idea for you. I'm already thinking ahead. It's like March right now. Hey, it's green. So there's our 8 bead star. Oh, Leslie's here. Hey, Leslie.
Oh, hi, Leslie.
Leslie, can you remind me, when is your live on your channel? Is that tonight or tomorrow? I know it's at 5:00 my time, but I can't remember like the actual deets on that. So if you want to shout it out, feel free. And so together, what we just did is we just did that together. I'm going to create one normal row really quick, And I won't go too crazy on it because you guys have seen it before. I'm doing a thread show step up. Feel free to use 315 seed beads in place of this if you prefer that, or you can always do one of those weaving turns. That's not an essential part of making this design work. That's really up to you, what you like. But I'm lazy, and so I'm doing my thread show step up there.
So Leslie's event tomorrow is tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7 Eastern?
7 Eastern, yes.
Oh, so for me, that's 4.
So 4 for you, right.
Ooh, good to know. I would have missed it. I'm glad. Glad I checked. I don't know why I was thinking 5. Now I'm worried I have something at 5 that I need to look at.
At 5 your time?
Of course, there's always the possibility that it just imagined it. So here's our normal herringbone row. Nothing special there, just regular. Create the rows like normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's my lazy step up, which when you're using the crystal doesn't even show at all.
I see. Okay.
I like that because it keeps the edge flowy when you do the turn.
Mm-hmm.
The turn makes the edge beads flat.
Yes.
And so you lose the herringbone for the edges. And so that's why I like this better. And also it makes the edges stiffer. So I don't mind seeing the thread.
Oh, and you know what? You don't even like, you have to really be paying that very close attention to notice the thread.
All I see is these beautiful V's, and that's what I want to see. And then also it saves me massive amounts of time because that turn is time consuming and thread consuming.
It is.
And then the 15-0 side stuff looks beautiful, but it's not always the look I want, right? Like sometimes the little ruffle of 15s on the side isn't the vibe I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's kind of just whichever you like. So here's the fun part. We get to put on our Tilas, and it's really easy. You just pick up one from the whichever hole you pick up. You'll get something like that. Oh, Carolyn, I'm so glad you get to use them. This is like one of my favorite colors. It's 2021, in case you're wondering, 8-2021 Miyuki. And so just regular herringbone row, but we're just going to treat that tila like 2 beads. Just pretend it's 2 beads.
Cool. Really cool.
The only thing that's tricky about it is you got to kind of align it. See it kind of like that, and then bring your needle through it. Change the colors.
Cynthia, is asking me a question. Hold on. What did I make with my mix? What mix will that be?
You might have already seen the one that we were going to announce at the end.
Oh, she's ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Cynthia is on top of things.
We snuck something onto the website this morning. And so if you guys have spotted it already, you're ahead. But we're going to show it here at the end.
Yeah, that's the one on the nail side. Yep. Oh, Cynthia's on top of it. I love it.
It's going to be really cool. We're going to have some awesome stuff for that. But there's your first row Tilas. So far, so good. And I'm going to do a regular step up from the seed bead here through the tila. And this is the darker threads. You are going to see that thread step up a little more prominently, but with crystal, it would be less visible if you're using these colors. And now the thing that really makes sense is to make another row. I mixed up my pattern number. Sorry about that. But we're going to make another row of just 8-0 on top of it. And that really works for, like, if you were to stack more, you're going to have a lot more gapping. It's going to start to fan out, which if you're looking for a way to fan something, this is how to do it. There's a necklace idea that I'm going right now where I want to put a 3mm fire polish.
Oh, nice.
And make this much longer. My inspiration for that is right here. So that's something that's going to happen, hopefully, because I'm dreaming about it all the time. I just need to do it. But now to add this new row, the only trick is you want to go down through both the tila and the bead below it. And that's what's illustrated on the second page of that instruction page. And this is the secret sauce to making the whole thing work. And this is the only place where you have to do anything that is unusual from your normal stitch process for this stitch. Everything else is the same. And if you want, I can show you what it looks like when you don't do that, so you can get an idea. So here's picking up 2 beads, and see if I just go through the tila, and I'd go and try to head up through the next tila, you get that really visible. It's also really tricky to do because there's no V. Sorry, I almost lost my thread there. And see what it does? It kind of.
Oh, yes.
And then you see that thread.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wonky. So much better to go down through the one below as well. And you can do that in one swoop. Mm-hmm. You'll just develop like a quick hand for it. And much easier to do that because when they're in that V, it's so much easier to crawl up through the bead than when you're trying to get through a tila that's completely flat.
Right.
And then same thing here on the side, you go down through the next seed bead so that you can do your step up against a seed bead. And there it is. So from here, you could do another tila row. So just like that. And you'll end up with a really flowy and beautiful. I did something where I did like rows of 3s every so often. And it was just like 4 where it changes color. And then I did the 3 and I took a whole like screenshot picture of the whole bracelet. Let me show you really quick. The last page has the whole pattern for you here, so you can copy it. Also on the website, a big picture of it. When you get to the end, the very last row, you guys have seen me do this before, so I won't try to demo it now, but it's basically that you want to finish with a couple rows of seed beads and then create your last row in that ladder pattern, you know, where you do the looping. This will make the edge flat like that. And it really, really helps. And then the way that I did the clasp, I illustrated that out for you. You just use a tila as a way to crawl through and attach. Oh, guys, hey, really quick, I want to show you. 2028 is the speed color, not 2021. You know what? That's a good point. I hope I didn't write that on the listing. Sometimes I get things wrong.
We all do.
Yeah, 2021 is a matte opaque cream. So if I got that wrong, I apologize, guys. This is 2028. I probably just bought 2021 for something and now I've transposed in my mind what that is. That said, it would be a gorgeous color mix, wouldn't it? That would be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need the 8-0s anymore. I'm going to put those away. And put this over here in my pile.
So the new mix is getting some love.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
We're going to show that here. I have it with me.
Thanks, Vaughn.
I just have one more quick demo to get through for you guys. And this one's more of a technical design. I left it for last for confidence because I figured I'd be braver once I got 2 done. But that said, it's not hard. It just involves a little bit of kind of remembering where you are. So building this little structure is the first step. And that's basically just laddering. Laddering / kind of peyote, not super different from what we were doing here, right? But doing it with singles. And then I made this little jump out of 6 11-0s. And then I started doing another one where you build another one. And when you build that other one, you get to the end here, then you just travel back down. But what's tricky is to get the crisscross with the weaving here. You have to remember to, if you're coming out of one hole, you want to go to the next one and so on. And so you see how now we're just going to connect by crisscrossing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's intuitive if you're just, and sorry, I didn't reprint after I did my proofreading, but I want to say it makes sense once you start working on it. And the only other pitfall you'll run into is after you create a few, sometimes you're exiting from this hole, but sometimes you're exiting from this one. So if you're exiting from this one, you want to start like that. And if you end up exiting from the edge one, you need to start with 3 tilas and then create the segment like this. This will totally make sense once you've made one, but it's just something to look out for. And I thread pathed the whole thing for you in the document. And then I just showed really quickly how to put the ends on. And so that's it in a nutshell, but it is a little more involved than the other pieces. But super worth it, because how cool does that look? You can go crazy. You can do all kinds of colors. If you want to keep it simple and just do a solid color, that's also really great. So I was going to try and get out the, oh, look at that. It's right there in front of me. Goodness. So now I'm switching to 11-0, but in the same color. And we can keep working with these. These are cute. And I'll grab these and loose the end of the fire line. Threaded. I'll probably go a little faster this one, but if you guys feel like at the end you'd like me to do a proper video, I am debating doing a proper video anyway, because this design is not a standard stitch. You know, it's not just good old peyote or herringbone. It's something that I feel like is a real project. So I might do a video anyway. But let's go ahead and begin with the first bead. So for the first one, you can just pick up a tila and 2 11-0 and another one of the tilas. Leave a 15-inch tail. I've got a short strand here, but you can start with a wingspan. So 15-inch tail is over here, working thread here. We're going to turn through the second hole in the beadwork here, or in the tila, sorry. So you'll have that basically. And if you pick up another tila, go through the open hole of the one right above it. Let's see if I could find that. There we go. And you can pull your working and tail thread apart to tighten things, and you'll get this little, structure right here, which looks really cool, doesn't it? Yeah, Vaughn says a separate video would be awesome. So I'll do that. Yeah. This will probably get you started though. So, because I know a lot of you guys want to get going, I have delayed this class for quite a while. So a lot of you guys bought the tilas like back in early Feb when we first got back. And so I felt like I need to get that info out there to them.
So that's the side of the bracelet, right?
Yeah, this is the first segment. So, and I can't remember which one of these was the start. And it doesn't actually matter, but I'm basically at this point just building this structure right here.
Okay.
And so far, that's what I've got. So I'm going to pick up another bead here. And in this case, we're going to ladder back through. This is going to look a lot like our peyote that we just did. It might be really similar to how you did your bracelet.
Yeah, it could be, I think.
Because we're going through a whole row to align everything. Because you see how wonky and wobbly it is?
Mm-hmm.
This whole passing through twice thing helps so much with that.
Yes.
And it naturally helps just build the set without any awkward odd count turns. So here's the next center bead. I mean, this by itself, isn't this just a cute bracelet by itself if you just kept going?
Yep.
I would totally wear that. And here's the next one. And again, we're going to just turn, pass through all the beads. And sometimes you have to help that little bead sit where you want it to, because it moves around, but you're going for that.
Yes, Danielle, this is how I made my bracelet.
This is how, okay.
This is how, not the other, not your previous bracelet, but it's like this one.
Yeah, so it's actually the same process, but with the
Yes.
other one we had the two. Yeah. It feels weirder because of the two stacking,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the same. It's like the same, like a kind of idea, kind of. The only other weird thing I did is with these two 11-0s. So placing these two in here to kind of finish the edge.
Yeah, it's similar to mine. Mine has 5 rows. So you have 3, right? Mine is thicker.
Oh, okay.
But it's the same passing. Is pretty much the same.
Oh, that's good to know.
I'm trying to remember, to be honest, how I made, because I made this like pretty much
I'm like,
as we came back from Tucson.
I know, I'm like that too. I made a lot of these back then too, and then they didn't get picked up again for almost a month, and so I forgot in a lot of cases. Oh, quantum, that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm loving that you can use your stash, because that I have a lot of like beads too, and getting an idea that I can run with always makes my day. Like if I can use more beads, I can buy more beads, right? And so here, this is where you'll be when you finish the first section. And what I have written in the instructions will have you going back through this set here.
Okay.
And what that's going to do is it's going to put you exiting from the second hole. See, we're heading up through here. And they're just going to string 6 beads. And then we're going to build a new one. So this part is really easy. And I'll just go a little faster because we've seen it now one time. There's our 6 beads. And when we want to string the tila, the 2 11-0, and the tila. And so just to give you a heads up of the structure, the crisscross is achieved by misaligning the holes. So you have your thread coming out of the second set of holes, and then I'm connecting them directly to what is going to become the very edge holes of the new section that I'm going to build. Oh, I hope you feel better, Karen.
Yeah, Karen, feel better. Get some rest.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's Kaylee. Sorry.
I'm Kaylee.
Oh my goodness. Pneumonia is no joke. So yes, definitely get some rest. Have some tea, some honey. Yeah, there's stuff going around. It's been really cold, so the weather has not been fabulous for getting healthy for me. I had a cold for like a whole month. It was really...
Oh, no.
And then, I think that this spring is usually hard because you get the time change too,
Mm-hmm.
The time change will do it. And sometimes these beads are going to spin around on you. So just help them out. But your goal is to just keep building that new section, and you'll see it come together. I think the hardest part for me is just how wobbly everything gets while I'm working. But like with all peyote, if at any point you feel like it's getting loose on you, you can go back through and create, you could either call it like a locking stitch or just a confidence circle through the beads just to make them a little tighter, which is just reinforcing, very similar to what you would do with like right angle weave or any other kind of stitch. And so there's that.
There you go. That looks pretty. Oh no, Sarah broke her foot again. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Oh.
Yeah, that's the worst because it affects your ability to get around and do stuff. You'll have to bead. We'll have to just bead. It's the only upside I can think of is just kind of, sorry, I just got to do some beading, guys, because of my foot. That's what I would say to my family.
Yeah, right. Take that as a yep. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to make dinner and clean the house.
Have to make dinner. And so there's the rest of our little segment here. See, it goes really fast. And then you have a really fun part ahead. We'll pick up 2. And we'll fill in that little section there. All right, so check out what we got now. You got that. And now we can make the really pretty crisscrosses. So keep in mind, the only trick to this entire design is just paying attention to where you're exiting from and where you're heading toward. And we're going to pass through the whole section. So these are going to get additional reinforcement. Notice that we are on the very edge here. So on this one, we're exiting from the super edge here. So when we pick up our 6 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we want to go through the second set of holes. So not the first. And the reason for that is remembering that we want them to crisscross. So you'll end up with something that looks like that. And from there, we are about to make a turn to head up through the side one. And I thought through these thread paths and tried a couple different things, and this is what I think is the most expeditious, but you guys can let me know if you find a faster one.
So you go through all of the half tilas there.
Yeah, and I promise that's easier. It uses a little bit of thread, but exiting from just one was actually really kind of getting tricky, and I wasn't enjoying it, whereas passing through all of them is really easy. So there's our first crisscross.
Nice.
I can just see like so many pattern possibilities here that we could come up with. From here, you'll just turn and head through the next one. So we were exiting from this one. So now we're turning and heading through the one right after it. And then we'll pick up 6 more. And this is all illustrated, so you don't have to memorize it. When you're exiting from the third, this third set of holes, you're going to want to come down and go through the 4th set of holes in the base one. So we have it crisscrossing. And then here you'll go back through the 3rd here at the base. And we'll string 6 more. And here we'll go through the 4th in the top one.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. I'm making a point of keeping the top ones on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's not required. And I note that in the document you can do either, but just to show you a quick heads up, what it looks like if you don't. See, they can kind of, here's one where I got them completely aligned. And here's one where I had one cross under instead of over.
Oh, I see.
If that's important to you, here's how to pay attention for that. We're about to encounter it here for the first time. So far it's been kind of natural because you're passing the new one over the old one. But we're about to go here through the 5th hole in the set. And we're going to go through the very edge of the bottom segment. So here's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th. If I was to just pass through right now and just go through like that, it's going to do that.
Oh, okay.
So if it's important to you to have it be, and I decided it was for me because I liked that look. It looks really sleek. Go through like this, get yourself behind, and then go through. And now you've got that beautifulness.
Okay. That looks
so
really
that's all you got to do. This whole thing just puts itself together just like that. And then from here, just make a turn and head up through the 2nd set of holes. You'll want to go through the 6 seed beads that are next. And then through the edge here. And that thread path is going to put you out here at the edge. So I have one more thing to show you relative to this design. Because we end up over here, that is putting us in a different place than we were when we created the first one. Because remember when we created the first one, we were exiting out of the 2nd set of holes, which made it really easy to come up here and start the new one with the 2 11 O's. From here on, every other one, it's going to switch back and forth on you. And I haven't mapped out why that's the case. I just figured that out by working on them. So now we're stuck over here. So when we string our 6 new ones, we're going to need to string 3 tilas and then turn. Put 2 in between this edge and then turn again. And then from there on, you're just building the same way we've been doing the last ones. And then it'll stick you out of the second set of holes here and you'll just head back down. So what you end up with is just a reverse of what happened here, see? Same process though, same exact system, just every other one. You'll just need to be a little cognizant to note that, okay, this one I'm starting here kind of awkwardly, and I'll show you what that looks like. That's the only thing that I think even makes this design even remotely intermediate is that one little spot. So here's our 6. And now we need 3 tilas. And don't worry about the holes when you first string them. So now you got something that looks like that. Make a turn through just the first one. So just like that. And we'll tighten that down. Pick up 2, 11-0. Skip the middle tila and just go through the bottom one. So you want to do that. And now we have.
Okay, that's clever.
And straight on to from there, super easy. I'll zip through this last one, and then I figure that it pretty much makes sense at this point. And maybe we can show some fun stuff. Let me just zip through this one really quick. If you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat.
Oh, yes, Quantum. Yes, those are Miyuki 11-0s.
They are. In fact, here's a little container to take a look at. Pale sea foam is what I usually see it called. And Leslie, thank you for the catch that it's 2028 and not 2021. I totally messed that up. I must be working on something with 2021. What is it?
You're working on so many projects, Danielle.
There's one in particular. I just kind of gave away something about something.
Well, people are really appreciating all your PDFs and all the time and hard work that you put on, creating them and putting them together. They're very appreciative.
I'm really glad. Thank you, guys. I feel like for us, for seed beaters, they're really there's like kind of like a double thing. You need to see it at least once, and then it really helps if you have some notes that can remind. And because once you sit down to work, seeing it once isn't enough. You need like a memory jogger.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Back in the day, that's what I used to call these. Well, that's the last of my red jaspers right there. So if I want to do another one, I have to rob the shop. Or we got to find out where I got these.
We need to find more tilas.
My husband makes jokes about me robbing my own store for my own bead making fun. And I reminded him that is why I have a bead store. It's the exact reason I have one. Come on, like hello. There it is. So check it out. And that's all you got to do. And then this one, when you head down through the second set of holes, you'll be right here. You just pick up those. I went with 6. You could go with others. And then from here, you're going to want to head through the edge. So it's just a little bit reversed from what we did on the previous, but the same thing. And from here, it's pretty explanatory, self-explanatory. You'll just head up through the next one. And I want to point out one extra little thing, actually. Again, with the overlaps. Do you like it all going where all of the ones that are on top are heading to the right? If so, then when you string the next one, bring it under and then go through. You'll see it as soon as it connects here. So that's the only other thing to watch for if that's important to use. Seeing if they are overlapping in the same direction. which is really easy to do if you're looking for it. Then from here, you'll want to pass down through this one and then back up through the middle. And you'll need to pass back down through the fourth one and then connect the fourth to the third. Fourth to the third. Turn up through the fourth here in the middle. 6 more. And then again, I want to pass under because I want the ones heading this way to be the top. And sometimes you can just do that in one swoop like that. And then last but not least.
Okay. And then so the last one, the last string of 6 seed beads are going to go on top instead of not under.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll weave over to here.
Pattern. I have to try it.
I hope you do. I hope you do, because you'll come up with like way cool colors, and you can see where you can go a little crazy with different, like if you use different colors for the seed beads. And I'll bring that other one back over in a second and show you. See, this one, you're exactly right. It needs to pass over.
Yeah, it looks so pretty.
And then look what happens here. When you exit out from here, you're in the second set of holes. So you turn, you go through this outer one, right? And then travel up these 6 seed beads. And that's going to put you exiting here from the second set. And so that puts you right back at the beginning. It puts you right back here. Just start it just like that.
Oh, okay.
So every other time, you're going to end up exiting from either a second hole or an edge.
Right.
So you want to oscillate between starting like that or starting like that. And you'll get it. That's the whole thing. That's all there is to it. When you get to the very, very end, out of the top of one of those heelers, loop 3 or 4 seed beads. And that creates a really beautiful button attachment. Easy to reinforce, zip around in there. For your loop, if you want to play and make something really cute, you can do this jump of 3 and then attach a tila as a way to give you a little bit of length. And then you've got your button attachment. And I find it's easier to put on a button if I give it this kind of like jump out loop. And I like the look of this little square button. I may need to get some more of these from Passion Fashion. This one is old vintage Terracast, but I've been wearing this one a lot. This one is my favorite. But then go crazy. If you put a color where I changed the colors a little bit on this one, it can really be fun.
I was actually thinking people could use 2 different color half tilas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you could build this little section with a different color in the middle.
In the middle, yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that would look really nice.
I think that could be really fun, and you could double it. That'd be so cool. I'm just going to clean these up really quick, and then I'm going to get your mix out.
Okay.
So Carol designed a mix, guys.
Yay.
It's really pretty, and it's already up on the website. I'll drop a link here in just a second. But when we were in Tucson together, we got a bunch of other beads. And then I was away last month, and so I didn't get to launch them. And so we launched them this morning. And we still have one more set, right?
I'm sorry.
So we still have, we created 3 bundles when we were there.
Yes.
We created the one that already sold out, which I promise I'm going to do some content for. That one, I had intended to do some classes with that one, and it didn't actually end up working out in the time frame that I originally planned, but going to do that. And then our second one was the Cadillac one, which is the Dakota Stones bundle. And so you have a matching Delica seed bead mix. In this case, it's 11 Delica, and then gemstones. So here's the mix.
Yay.
It's like all Tucson inspired colors.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find my, here we go. They're a little tight the first couple of times you loosen it. It loosens up over time. Look how pretty that is. That is just a gorgeous, gorgeous mix. If I can get that light on it. And so this is 11-0, and then the base color in here is like a matte opaque pear AB. And so this is also in the shop if you want additional base color, because you know sometimes we do patterns where it's nice to have like a little extra of the main. And that was made. Oh, go ahead.
You adding that the pear opaque extra tube, it was such a great idea because the project that I am creating with this mix uses a lot of the pear. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness Danielle added an entire tube to your shop, because yeah, it is gonna be needed.
Oh, I'm so glad. I just kind of thought like, because this happened to us before with the sagebrush one we did. Remember, like where we really needed extra beige for like the edges. So yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So I learned from that. I got my skills back for predicting, and I always love an AB finish too. Yeah, that's so true. Like I cannot resist, and it's very subtle. It's not making it like super rainbowy.
Yes, I agree.
It's just enough to give you a little bit of happy glow. It's more like shiny, I think.
And it's a very nice contrast with the red and the pink and the turquoise, because they're very, the finish of them is really shiny. So the opaque is a very nice contrast.
It really is. I think it was a nice choice. I always love it when you throw some mattes in there. So it ended up being what really makes it pop, I feel like, because it's like a little bit of a mute, and then all the colors just jump out of it.
And you know what? The other thing that I love about this mix is the gray, the light gray that we have there, because it's really shiny, and it's almost like what am I trying to say? It's like it has different cuts.
Oh, it's a silk. Yeah.
It's really, really nice.
Those are interesting. They have a fiber optic look. Like they kind of just, they're so cool. I love those. You did a really nice job. All your mixes are gorgeous, but this one,
thank you,
right up there among my favorites. And we get to play with some of the smaller beads, the 11-0s. You do get more beads per gram. And so even though they're a little tinier, it also opens the door to testing out a new finding, which is new to me. And I added these to the shop. This is for 11-0 Delica, and it's a symbol. Currently, I only have the brass, but I matched jump rings and a magnetic clasp to it that comes in the bundle together. So you have a matching magnetic clasp. It will pop right on the edge there with your jump ring.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we have that. And then certainly not least, let me skip this up, the gemstone inspiration.
Oh my gosh, the gemstones.
And these ones, I think what we decided to do was go crazy. Like for the bundle, we were sticking with the budget. We were doing what we were supposed to do with that. And then on this one, we were like, no, we're just going to make our dream come true. And so it's a little bit on the crazy side, but I put a half strand option on the website. If you want a full strand, a few of those are available as well. But this is the half strand that I'm showing you. And it's a lot of beads. So I feel like a half strand is really generous as far as like what you'll get and how much you can make. So you've got sodalite, what is this called? Selenite.
Selenite. And they are so beautiful, guys. Oh my gosh.
Right.
And you know what? I went to a bead show today and I wanted to get more selenite, and I couldn't find selenite. Nobody had it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh goodness.
I was a little like, I didn't know why it's so hard to find, but they're so beautiful. They're just so pretty.
It's very, very like what's it called? Like it's a yoga stone because it's like a calming, grounding,
Mm-hmm.
clarity, all of those things. And I love it next to the phosphosiderite and then the 3i DZI agate.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And this was a red, warm red tiger's eye. And I have the names of them really quick. Let me bring up the names.
I have them here too.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
The orange is orange calcite.
And that's a triple A grade.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah. This was the one where we splurged. We were just like, no, we need this because when you see it up close, you'll see why it's triple A grade. It's like
It's
incredibly
beautiful. These are just so pretty. And the green is a Pilbara Praise.
yeah, and that's a double A grade. And I did not know about this stone before. This is a new to me stone. It's a completely opaque stone. And it has swirls of different, almost a little bit of orange. You've definitely got some Jupiter going on in there,
Mhm.
some storms.
You have some cream, some browns. It's just so pretty. Next to the orange and the tiger's eye. Yeah, looks
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
And then I forgot to mention, but the selenite is double A grade. So we went for the high end Dakota Stones gems. All of these here are Dakota Stones. And then I put all the details of everything up on the website. I even have like a picture of us when we were shopping. I just thought, just for the memory, it's fun to share that. I could show you guys really quick. So, is it showing?
Yes, it shine.
So this is what the full strands look like. And there's the mix, and all of these are links. Over here, what's showing over here is actually from the first bundle we did. I had extras of the amber 4-strand. Those are currently in the shop. I thought they looked nice with our new bundle. So if you want to add those, this was the picture from the hotel room of our hall, original.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
We had a good time. So there's the wall at the Dakota Stones booth in was this the cactus tent, right? Always the cactus tent is where my wall is.
We spent a lot of time there.
Spent a lot of everything there. Oh my god. It was so fun though, and I would so do it again. It's just like, look at that wall. Like you see all the wall, and all the gems on this wall are the stuff that is really high end, like really nice. They're so careful with their gems. They pick the best stuff, and so if you're getting a Dakota Stone set, that you're getting something really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I think they're gonna be at Bead Fest if
they are.
If I remember correctly. Don't quote me, but I think I saw the name, and I was so excited. So I'm like, I'm definitely gonna go now.
So right. And so this is what the half strand bundle looks like, how I'm going to package it for you. And if you want the full strand, you're just going to get the full strands like you see in the pictures. But what I did is I just put them into these nice little containers, and I'm including the little stickers. On half of them will have the stickers, and because they put one per strand, just so you can see what they are. The Pilbara, there's your selenite, and then here's the orange calcite. Really gorgeous little. So that's somebody's collection there. Yeah, that's all this stuff. Do you have your pieces? Vaughn was asking to see them. I don't know if you've got yours. I'll switch my camera back to me.
Oh, okay, hold on.
If you don't have them, that's okay. We can show them next week if you're free.
I'm still working. I'm still working on the pendant, so I can show you just what it looks like right now.
Okay.
Wait, the needle is stuck.
Oh my goodness.
So my idea is this is gonna go around the cord, which I still don't know if it's gonna be leather or if it's gonna be beading wire. And I'm still working on the end. It's gonna come to a point here. A V.
Look at that. You can see the silk in there, what you've done there with the little dividers. That really is cool. What a cool little idea there.
Yeah, so I figure it will be nice to hang it from a necklace, something like it's the first time that I do something like this. So we'll see how it turns out.
And the gems can come right out of the side as a necklace. So that you put that on
That's
beading
exactly
wire.
what I was thinking. Yep, yep. I'm thinking maybe I can do like leather, very thin, maybe 1 millimeter leather, and just knot the gemstones, just like a
Huh?
knotted necklace, and this in the middle, and the pendant right there. So we'll see how it looks. I don't know, but yeah,
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
definitely.
I'm so glad that you had that handy to share because that's really inspiring. And it
Yeah.
shows all those colors in a blocked format, so you really can see the color in it. I love it.
Yes, yeah, it's turning out really nice. Can't wait to
It
see
pulls out
the finished product.
like the red in there pulls out. I feel like these, can you see how it's pulling the red?
Yes, 100%.
And then check this out. It's pulling the orange. Or sorry,
Hmm.
what am I doing? I meant to do this. Pulling the orange. And then if I put this next to it, it's pulling the green.
Yeah, it really turned out nice.
And
And
then this one to me is pulling the silk, the gray silk.
I love that combo. Actually, look at this. This is the other project that I haven't
Oh,
finished
look
it
at that.
yet. Look, it's a simple, a strong bracelet with a selenite in the middle, which I'm in love with its selenite. It's just so pretty.
Dude.
And it's just
See, that's something that is trending right now. That's the kind of stuff that's in style right now.
yes, yes,
It's
this is
something
what
that
I'm
I would
seeing a
wear.
lot. Just, very simple, but I mean, simplicity is just so beautiful too, right? So I have that going as well.
I could see that as an earring too, Heather was saying. When you first held it up, I kind of saw earring for a second, but I knew you
Oh,
had
yeah, it
done.
could be something like this, maybe
Look at that.
that.
I love that.
And the last thing I have is not finished either. Hold
Thanks,
on.
Kaya.
It's a necklace. I just wanted to do just a strong a necklace.
Oh
So
yeah, and so that's good to have the extra beige for that too. Because I
yes,
see you've
yes.
used that as kind of like a main there. That is really gorgeous.
And I did the beige, and in the middle there is if you can see it, the gray,
Oh,
the
I see.
light
I see
gray, the
the little
silk,
silk one popping out there.
and it
Oh, I'm
has
like
such a
trying to pinch
nice shine. What's that?
I'm reaching through the camera to get it.
There you go. You can touch them.
That's not going to work, Danielle. You can keep trying, but
So that's what
everyone loves it.
thank you.
Oh, cool. And Cindy says she just made a stretchy bracelet similar.
Yeah.
See, it's trending. It's
Mhm.
trending. Definitely true. Well, I
Awesome.
can't wait. So I haven't even asked you yet if you're free next week, but I was hoping you are because I thought for Seed Bead Saturday next week we would pop on and work with the mix. And
Oh. Mhm.
I have a plan where I was going to do something using the finding. It would be probably going to be a peyote bracelet. It might be loom, but I was going to do some fringe with the 2 smaller beads, maybe the 3 smaller beads. So I was going to fringe these off of the edge.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then I had another idea of doing an earring, like a brick stitch earring, where
Mhm.
something like this, but with the
Oh,
phosphor.
those are pretty. Yep.
So something with the selenite dropping it down, maybe even one of the orange. Was that, I keep forgetting the name of the orange one. The orange one
The
is,
calcite, orange calcite.
yeah, the calcite will be so pretty as one of the drops, like kind of
Mhm.
how this one is done with the drops like that. So I
Yes.
can see something like this happening as well, just on any hoop that I can find. I have a few hoop ideas too. But yeah, next week.
Yeah.
And next week will be fun because I actually have 2 lives with you guys next Saturday. Saturday morning, I'm on with Bead Shop. We're going to be doing the wrap up party for Neon Notebook. And then I'll be here at our usual 2 p.m. to do our Seed Bead Saturday with this PD. And I do still have our other Tucson mix and have ideas for that. If I can get them done by then, I'm going to show those too. That one I don't have for sale anymore, but I know a lot of you guys have it. And so you might enjoy seeing some inspo for it.
Yeah, I need to create with that bundle too. I haven't really
Oh, you haven't?
with it yet, but I'll come up with something.
I might copy like kind of what you had going where you but use the heart, as like a center focal for a bracelet.
Mhm,
Something
mhm.
simple like that could be really fun to do.
Yeah. And easy.
And easy. Yeah, easy is good because next week is going to be wild. And so don't forget tomorrow at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern.
7 Eastern. Yes. For
Leslie has Leslie, is this your first live on your channel? I don't know if it's her first one. I think it might be her first live. We got to get over there and support that live. So I'm going to be posting again a reminder tomorrow for you guys. And then I'll be there in the chat, just kind of dancing around. Yeah. Awesome. And she says yes, that it is at that time. And it is her first live on her channel.
Oh, yay.
So congrats. That is a really cool thing. And thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad that you found it inspiring.
Thank you, ladies. Yes.
Thanks. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye-bye.